Grab the other one.
Where's the spacer
I
going?
don't know. That's.
Hey guys, so yeah, little family drama here. Hey, so I am gonna paint the Cinco de Mayo. It's brand new for the truck. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can't flip upside down. And do I need to go? Can you read it? Cinco de Mayo. Perfect. Because there's lots of layers and lots of pieces. And there is a spacer. And so I don't really know where all this stuff goes, but together we can work this out. I'm super excited, not expensive. I am expensive. I'm super excited because I love Cinco de Mayo. There's never any designs. We have one really great one for the arm stand. And so now this is for the truck or the breadboard. So this one I'm not so worried about. I'm here for the tacos. And I tried really hard to get this done on Taco Tuesday. It just wasn't happening. So the license plate, so the way this works, you get an insert that goes into the truck, a license plate, and a tailgate. Those ones are simple. I'm not super worried about it. But I'm looking at this hot mess going, I want to love it. I want to love it. Let's see how it ends up. So real quick, let's take my pieces and do the tape trick because we're going to want that. Okay, so this is everything for this funky little hat. How fun is this? That is not a 3D piece. Interesting. I would have thought it would be. Here's the hat. We got a couple limons. Make sure you're painting the right side. This was the wrong side. This is the right side. So I know you guys are busy. You don't have to stick around for the whole thing. This will just be a great resource for people that are wanting to paint this, wanting a fun design for their desk or their house. And they look at the pieces and they go, what the heck is all this stuff? So, challenge accepted. Let's giddy up on that. That's going away. That's very helpful. And then the thing to know is you don't need to paint everything. So right off the top of my head, these little wavy things are the lettuce. Lettuce entertainium for the tacos. Taco lettuce. Again, they need to be facing the right direction. Okay, this is the meat. Well, this is lettuce too. Maybe this is the cheese. This is the taco. So many jokes. So many jokes. This, yep, this is live, folks. We're really doing this live. Okay, I see. I'm already seeing some stuff we're missing. So this is helpful for finding out what we need. Do we need to engrave something? The thing with the X is a spacer. Okay, I'm going to just tell John real quick. Missing the inside of the limes. There we go. And then he can run them to me, or we can just tell him for next time, or we can etch them. Might be the best thing we can do. I'm thinking that's the best thing we can do. So there are 2 limes, 4 limes. Yep, 2 big ones. One that's cut to go in the margarita glass, because hello, margarita, and one that's not. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and tell him that he needs to etch these. They're just too small, with the exception of, I'm not sure if he can do this one. They're too small. I don't want you guys frustrated. Let me tell him now. Etch them all. Okay, here we go. And that way I know what he needs. So I don't necessarily need to paint much of the backer board, if it anything, but I'm just gonna do black. And that way it'll be shading coming in for everything. I'm gonna leave this round here because it will help. He's asking if I want them now. What a nice guy. You didn't hear that like 20 minutes of family arguing before I had live, but we keep it real. I mean, you guys have been here. Okay, I'm getting this blown up real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here so that you can see, since I'm painting this all black. All right, giddy up. So I'm gonna put my pieces aside. Whew, a lot of intro. So if you're watching this as a replay later because you want to figure out what all this means, and hopefully it's simpler by the time we get it to you. Awesome. You could just skip through that rant. Sometimes there's just a lot. I want this really cute design. I really, really want it. And I'm looking at the Mother's Day design that's brand new too. And I'm like, oh, sometimes people, the simplest designs are the best. So you could use a paintbrush. But I'm getting all that aggression out today. Woohoo! So if you're just joining, tell me where you're watching from. Do you believe in the power of Cinco de Mayo? We celebrate it every year. Every year we celebrate it. There's what's not to celebrate. Bum, bum, bum. I have to write something in order to see something. There we go. There's what's not. Boom. Turning that down. It should be smooth sailing now. So honestly, people that purchase this, I should leave a note. Fast forward to 6 minutes. You don't need to see all the other stuff. So we're just gonna work together, trying to decide what pieces need maybe permanently etched. I like to put on the website also, like, you know, if you don't like a lot of small pieces, this might not be the one for you. But when we're done, it might be okay. So I just had that piece all painted. That was easy. You could paint the sides if you want. I typically don't. And then we're just gonna move on from there. So if I don't answer your question right away, I will come back and I'll get it. So that's it for black, which is why I love this design so much. Is black is just being used as shading. Love it. The rest is like, have a good time. You know, Shauna, I should have had Shauna City paint this for me. She's got such a great eye for Hispanic projects, the culture, the colors, the amazingness. Okay, I'm gonna work on the hat, which is these pieces plus the maracas. I'm gonna put the lime away. Then the next thing to know, yep, that's it. And so I have the lime, the maracas that go next to it, and then I'll worry about everything else. So everything is etched except this piece, and it is 3D, so it sticks out, and the 2 ribbons. My mom used to sew. I'm trying to remember what that's called when it goes like this. Zigzag, sure, but in the sewing world, there's actually a name for that, not stitch wicks. I'm trying to think. All right, so giddy up. We are going to, I'm gonna move my toothpick. I just have some sponges here, but I'll probably paint with a paintbrush a lot too. So I have some nice paintbrushes. I have an angle brush. I have a tiny detail brush. Michael's, use your coupon. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in fun designs and colors. What should I start with? Teal, always teal, always. So I got Bluesy Goosey. And this one is, it's not Caribbean. Is it Aruba Blue? I don't know, we just named it last time. I should have wrote that down. Boom. I may use that one, but I'm kind of gearing up to use that one. Some bright yellow, of course. Some bright orange. I have my watermelon orange, and then I have my terracotta. So I didn't pull out the CAD. I wanted something, terracotta seems to go really well with that. I'm gonna maybe mix some red with my watermelon. We'll go from that, just to brighten that up a little bit. Time to giddy up. All right, so hopefully you guys are having a great day. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my angle brush. This one's pretty clean. Sometimes you have to take a baby wipe and, you know, like clean up the smoke, let's call it that way. The smoke, the charring, which sounds like I'm trying to make it sound better than it is. I am looking at snow right now. right out my window. Here we are, it's April 5th. I'm looking at snow. But that's, you know, when you live in the mountains, you can have that. It is Grand Central Station around here because we got the grandbabies over and Dudley, my daughter's dog, on top of all our dogs. Speaking of dogs, all right, so I'm kind of loving, let me see, I'm gonna look and see what else I have. You know, I'm gonna mix a little of the terracotta with the yellow. I should have mixed just a little less. See if I like that. Just to get a little bit brighter. I like to mix my own colors, so I'm just gonna paint. Oh, I forgot to do that teal. And if I don't love it, it's a good base coat. Hey, Dudley. I think your nails need trimmed, buddy. If it's not bright enough, it's okay. Good base coat, and I'm saying that repeatedly because it's not bright enough for me. Hi, guys. Hi, Mr. Dudley. You'll notice right away that the paint dries pretty quick on that first coat. And it's just paint by numbers, really. You're just gonna, it's like a coloring book. You're just going to pick the colors that really speak to you. I'm thinking lime green. Well, I asked what you're licking off the floor, Dudley. Oh my gosh, okay. So I'm just gonna come in with, you know, deep yellow would have been a pretty good choice, but I didn't pick it. Just brighten it up. You know, when you travel to Mexico, the colors are so fantastic. Kids loved that cartoon. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I can't even think of the name of it, guys. The little boy that was trying to keep his ancestors and sing, but it wasn't sing. I don't know, maybe you guys remember which one it is. Okay, so this one's done. I'm just gonna bring in a little red with my watermelon color. I do love the watermelon. I think I wanted something just a little brighter, and that's it, nailed it. So I'm gonna go ahead, how bright that is. So Dudley is infatuated with me. He likes to hang. So I'm gonna repeat the colors. Should use a sponge here, hold on. Instead of just having all these bright colors willy-nilly, I'm going to repeat them, and so that helps anchor the project. Oh, Dudley, I know. Grandmama will be done soon. Hanging out with my peeps. So why do I tape them? Number one, so they're easy to paint. Number two, so I don't lose the pieces. And number three, my ADD, like project fear is a real thing. And so sometimes when I see all this, I'm like, what the heck? Okay. There is a really small etching here. Let me see if he'll go out this door. Hey, do you want to go out this door? He's looking for his baby. But this isn't a 3D piece. Number one, it would break. It's so tiny. But this one is, and it's for the hat. And I think I'll go ahead and do that. Beautiful. It's almost a coral color. It's not red. It's not pink. It's red watermelon. Watermelon is one of our colors. Love it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the maraca, so I'm repeating that pattern of colors that we're choosing to use. I can't wait to get to the taco. We have a door hanger that's welcome, hope you like tacos. There's a lot of pieces on that too because of the lettuce and the cheese. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my deep yellow. Perfect. Let me unplug it. I don't use this one very often. Okay, we got another dog. Out. No more dogs. We have a big, my room has 2 entrances, but there's only a door on one. I think we need to fix that. Wait. Where is my pokey tool? Here it is. Woo! No, Friday mornings are not my normal times to record. Typically, we record on Monday nights, definitely. And then I try to get one in a week, but it's normally like Saturday afternoon. Okay, good point. Is that yellows can be really, really transparent. You may have to do this a couple times or give it kind of a base coat first. That's up to you if you want to do that. And the base coat would be like yellow and a little bit of gray, just a little bit, just to give it a nice coat. Okay, I'm excited to bring in this pop of color. What? There's so much happening. Yeah, look at this. Bright. If it's not bright enough for you, grab some yellow, mix it in. This is what I call the kiwi green that we have. So the stripe will go this way. It's kind of like sky's the limit on this. Okay, other than some detail work, the hat section is mostly done. Hold on a second here. Boom. I need a little X there. Okay, I'm gonna repeat on here. I should have pulled out the photo. Yep, that warm reddish pink. Just repeating that pattern of the watermelon and red. So I deepened it up. It's etched nicely. I just have a small paintbrush. I'm going in. You can always clean up your edges or take a toothpick if you paint too heavy. Now the only other thing is when you get this, I may have John make this 3D. I may not. I'm not sure. Just so it's a little easier to see. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of watermelon and deep yellow. Or I have a really cool orange here. It's not a super bright orange, it's not like cad, but it is a little bit different. Grab that. Like I said, mine is not 3D. I don't know if we're gonna make that 3D for you or not on this part of the hat. Just depends how big a pain it is. It's like everything in life, right? How big a pain it is. Okay, so to assemble the hat, excuse me, that goes there. This is here. This ribbon is super cool. So you gotta be careful when you're taking something long and skinny off of a piece of tape because it can break. So what I like to do is just peel at an angle, but you do you, boo. Boom. Okay, I have to do a little bit of detail work like dots, things that I like to do. But we did a big portion of this. And I think that's great because, hello, taco. So I know when I first pulled this out, you were like, holy hot mess. Not too bad, is it? Okay, so a piece of lime will go there. And I'm thinking John's gonna etch them for me because that's ridiculously tiny. That's why we do things like this ahead of time when we can, and we don't just send it out and say, here, they're your problem now. I'm gonna make some margarita. And we're gonna edge the outside with a little bit of turquoise. So since that's so easy to do, and I have my sponge here. You may need 2 coats depending on what kind of paint you're using. I like Craftsmart, Deco Art, and then we have, you know, our brand that we're working on too. We're not ready to sell it though. I know a lot of you are asking. Okay, so this to me looks like it is a lifter upper or a, and it goes, I think it goes here. It's a lifter upper for a piece of lime. I think I'm right. That's where, and I'll have to take a photo of this. This is where the spacer goes. Go ahead and paint it if you want, so you know you're not seeing underneath it. And then John's gonna bring me a lime that is solid but etched. Sorry guys, the little pies pieces taken out make these incredibly fragile. And I really want you to have a piece of work that's gonna hang for a while. Okay, so taco, I'm gonna take this and put it aside. This is gonna go up here. So this is what I have left. I have my limes. Oop. Put the lime in the coconut. Okay. There we go. Get it out of my paint. Okay, so we have, this is a backer board. Does any of the backer board, and it fits right in there, does any of the backer board have to be painted? Let's do a quick assembly job and see. Oh boy, I'm kind of nervous. Kind of nervous. Okay, so it's pointy right there, so that's the shell. Those dogs absolutely have to sit right there. Okay. This doesn't look like, anything. Do I have these backwards? I might have these backwards. Oh, I do. Okay, so the big piece goes there, the small piece. Oh boy. We're gonna get through this together. Okay. Okay, so there's, oh, wait, the lime kind of looks like a, I should have had John join me. This is crazy. What is this piece? All right. Okay. I'm talking to John. I'm like, help. And I don't think it goes. Oh, maybe it does. It goes like this. Okay, we're good. We're good. And because this is where the lettuce goes. The lettuce goes. Okay. Right. So this goes around. Whew. That'll go around, and this will snug right up. Ooh, okay. You gotta be smarter than the average bear, which is why we do this, because I'm not. Did
you need me?
I think I got it. I was looking at these taco pieces, and I couldn't get them to go together, but I think I got it. All right. Here we go. Oops. So where does this piece go? Okay, so we have one piece Okay, I have an extra piece, people. I have an extra piece. Okay, hold on. We have taco, lettuce, cheese. That's where it goes. Whew. So just remember that. Taco, lettuce, cheese. Taco, lettuce, cheese. Okay, we got it. So to make it easy, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put one taco, lettuce, cheese on one piece of tape. Wow. Stay in school, kids. Wow, that made me seem so dense. Not flattering dense. Oh my gosh. I make a fool of myself, so you know what to do when it comes to a paint party. Okay. All right. Okay, so tacos. Tacos are, you know, kind of a brownish yellow. I'm using raw sienna. Most of the time, raw sienna looks like this, which is like a bright yellow with some brown in it. But be careful, don't send your husband to the store because he will get what you tell him. Sometimes I've seen raw sienna look brown. So, and that's typically Liquitex does that. So, again, if you don't have this, you can make your own with any yellow and a little dot of brown. Trust me, I make my own. Make my own, and it looks very taco-ish. I can always come in and sponge on some other colors. Let's do that, it'll be fun. And that will make it look kind of like cornmeal, maza. I don't know. Has anybody had a hard shell taco in Mexico? I mean, I don't even know how to make them. I know how to eat them. But that looks like a pretty good taco color, actually. I'm very happy I did that. I will help you really quick make this color so you know what I'm talking about. Look at that. If you're just tuning in, be glad that you did, because it took me a few minutes. I probably should have had a second cup of coffee. Maybe my thyroid pill would have been helpful too. Trying to figure out what was going on here. But just remember, taco, lettuce, cheese. Taco, lettuce, cheese. And then you'll be fine. You can go ahead and paint this board if you wanted to. For today's purposes, I'm not gonna, because we just want to get this thing together. Okay, I did say, hey, I wanted to sponge on some other colors in here to make it look a little more cornmealish, you know, like ground, stone ground. So what you can do is bring in a chip brush. Let's just play, let's have some fun. I mean, you can leave it like that, sure, go ahead. But I know you see some little bits of brown and a little bit of like brighter colors when you pull out your taco. Where is my brown? Oh, there it is. So while I have this, let me show you how to make this color real quick. Oh, hello, that was very unbecoming. That's a total turnoff. That's so weird. Let's give you a shimmy shake. Okay, perfect. Okay, you can make your own brown. It's yellow and dark purple. I know, it's crazy. And a lot of times I make mine, but I didn't this time. I actually had a store make it for me, and maybe that's what this is all about. So let's go ahead and make this color. It's a little bit of this. Ta-da, with a yellow. Just getting it all mixed up here. It's pretty close. I don't know that I'd even go with more brown. So why isn't it dead on? Well, this is what you need to know. When you're mixing craft paint, or you're mixing paints that are formulated at a store, that has a primer in it, versus artist paint. Let's be clear, I'm not recommending you use artist paint on wood. It would be a complete waste of funds. You're mixing, but you're mixing more than two colors. You're mixing all the colors that are in here, which includes some primer. Primer can be gray. Primer is normally made in a paint store as a combination of red, blue, and yellow and white, and not just black and white. So there is a difference there. So there you go, pretty close. You can brighten it up. Even closer now, it's actually dead on. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how to make that taco color. If you didn't have raw sienna at home, grab some yellow, grab a little dot, just a dot of brown, guys. And then you don't have to run to the store and pick stuff up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little splotchy effect on here. I'm not worried because if it's too, I can just come in and paint it again. So I'm just gonna come in with my yellow. I think we can all agree, oh, I'm not flipping you off here, let me switch colors. I think you can all agree that that would just leave a big old blob. So I'm going to bounce off until, and this is just a chip brush, go to the dollar store, grab one. You can kind of see what it's gonna look like. So I'm just coming in here and I'm just going all the way to the edge, maybe off a little bit, turning my brush so I've not got the same pattern. Doing it again. I should get a taco out of the cabinet so we can see all the colors. And now I'm gonna do it with brown. Again, bounce off the extra, people. Ooh, it's okay. It's okay that it's a little much. I might even put in a little black or a little white. So if it's a little much, that's okay. Go in with the original color. Keep playing until you're just satisfied. Play with your paints. Let me see, I'm looking to see, my camera is way behind. But, you know, I think typically there's a little bit of white, like a little bit. Makes me a little nervous. You may dry this first. So I'm not looking to make gray. It's a little white. Maybe a little black. See, I'm a little nervous about adding the white, but here we go. A little taco treat right there. Keep going till you're happy. I have a little ledge or a little extra piece here at the bottom that doesn't have any of the shading or highlighting. And so make sure you kind of go off the edge. I honestly feel like there needs to be some darker brown, but I'm not gonna bore you with that today. Okay. Ta-da. Now lettuce, your lettuce can be the same color as your margarita if you want. Darken it up. You got brown, or if you have a darker green. I've never seen a lettuce look like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this green that I used for the margarita and the brim of the hat. But I think we can all agree that that particular shade of lettuce might not work for us. You maybe want it a little different, maybe a little lighter. I'm gonna bring in a little brown and see what I get. I'm happy with that. And a little white, just a dot of white. Okay, the next one is the lettuce. You might get E. coli from my lettuce. It's okay. You know, again, you can put striations or dots in your lettuce and consider this a base coat if you're not in love. Oh, that's the cheese, people. I got carried away. That would definitely be, don't eat the green cheese. After I separated this and got started, it wasn't as difficult as I thought. A lot of times, and maybe you're the same way, I kind of shut down a little if it's like, oh, that's a lot of parts. I didn't really want to, I want this, but it's a lot of parts. And I'm happy that I kept going on because I really, really love this design. Okay, so the cheese. You know, like I can't remember what it's called, cojita cheese. The cheese that they use, it's almost like a feta cheese in the restaurants. You could put that on here, but I'm gonna go for a dulled down, oh, actually I'm just gonna use my terracotta. Dulled down cheddar. We're just sticking some cheddar on there. So keep playing with your cheese colors till you're happy. I had one here that I thought, oh, it's gonna work just fine. Now I thought John was gonna bring me those limes, but apparently he did not, and that's okay, I still love them. Okay, I do wanna do a little bit of edging on my taco. Now you can do it with paint. Just come in here with a Q-tip and some watered down black, probably. Or you can do it with gel pens. Sorry, they're more like crayons. Gelatos. You can do it with ink pads. I'm gonna pull out an ink pad just in case. I'll do one. I'm gonna use that on my margarita. I'll do one with an ink pad. They're distressed inks. They're from Amazon of all places. We used to only be able to get them at Michael's. And you can use a sponge or you can use your angle paintbrush. This is a number 2. I got it at Michael's. It's a Princeton. It's normally buy one, get one half. So I also have a detail brush. And they get me through most of a year. Okay, you want to water it down. Here you go. Watering it down. So it is very much ink consistency, but you don't want a lot on here because you don't want it to flood your taco. If it's too much, just use your finger or wet wipe. Just gonna do the edges. Let's give it a shadow line. I'm laughing at my taco lettuce color. It's a little dingy. It was cut with a knife, so it's kind of rusty. Oh my gosh. So far, I've not seen any comments or questions, and that's completely fine. I know you guys are sneaking a peek at work, but also the software sometimes doesn't show me till after I already log off, and it's fine. I will come back and answer all of them in the Facebook channel, so they won't be there on YouTube. So do you think my cheddar looks a little brown? I think now that it's drying with the brown background, it is. It's looking a little brown. So I'm gonna add a little yellow to some cheddar. Happy lunch break, Donna. Ooh, is it really? Oh, the baby must be sleeping. Sabrina goes, Mom, I'll watch the baby, but only till 10:30. But then John didn't get me this design until What's for lunch today, Donna? Okay. All right, so I went ahead, I used a watered down paint here for that edging, just to make it a little deeper. I have a gelato pen, go ahead and use that. I'm just showing you the how they differently look, how they can look different. And take a little water or a wet finger and I just, whoop. Wow, I like that so much better. Look at the difference. Hold on, I'm bringing them up. I like this one so much better than the paint. It's just the difference in the gelato pens. There's so many different things you can use. Donna, if you're still there, remind me of the brand of acrylic pens you're using. I know somebody was just asking about that. Okay, I'm gonna go in for my margarita. Looks a little like, it doesn't look frosty. It doesn't look like it's in a frosty cup. I think we can agree. I have some, I forget what I call this color. I made it up. Kind of like an oceany color. Seafoam, seafoam. I'm gonna just come in with a little seafoam. Oh yeah. And margarita color. Just lighten that up a little bit. Because I mean, it's blended. It's through a glass. There we go, much better. Might even go just a little lighter. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Still playing with my sea foam. I know, I need to get a big jug of sea foam. Okay, so we're gonna blow dry that, and then we'll use our distressed inks. And you can do it a couple different ways. Let's go ahead and use, so if I use the angle brush, it'll look exactly very similar to what I've done here. Let's not do the angle brush. Let's do something else. I'm gonna get a slightly damp brush, sponge. Get a little wet. Oop, wrong color. I'm gonna do the, this is distressed ink, peacock feather. Goodness gracious. Damp sponge, take 2. Kind of see what color we're working with here. Ooh, loving it. You can even go maybe a little darker blue if you have it. Do I want to do the top? Let me think. I think I want to do the top. Do that a couple different times. Okay, I bounced that one. My paint's still a little wet. So wet on wet works really good for me. Donna, I think Donna likes to do the dry brush technique. I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Woohoo! Can't wait to drink that puppy up. Okay, so let's assemble this guy. Feel free to do a little bit of stuff to the cheese and the taco. I'm gonna remind you guys how this goes together. Taco, lettuce, cheese. Okay, I'm seeing where I could possibly, goes up because the line goes there. I could possibly want to, hold on folks. I thought it went there, but the line goes there. Oh, I wonder if I have another spacer. Hold on, I'm still thinking. I might have need another spacer for here. For that line. This is a spacer for this line. I'll have to ask John. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so we had taco, lettuce, cheese, taco, lettuce. And feel free to paint your background, your backer board there. I think you need to. Cheese. And you know what color I'd paint it? Taco color. So maybe just do that really quick. Okay, the taco color again is burnt sienna. Oh, raw sienna, sorry. And because it's in the back, I don't think I need to do the texture that gives it that cornmeal look. I like to watch cooking shows, and I don't know that I've ever seen, like whether, you know, like touring around the countryside in different countries. I don't know that I've ever seen like a hard shell taco in Mexico. Is that like a Tex-Mex thing? Maybe? Okay, here we go. It's wet, but it's going down. Going down. Oh, I love the distressed ink on this. Okay, so you can see the the back taco shell. You're definitely gonna wanna do that. I didn't know, first time doing it. Here, you don't need a spacer for that lime because it's gonna sit on top. Please remember, John's bringing me the ones that have the pieces in it. It's gonna be etched. I'm sorry. It's just, these are really fragile. So this will go here, that will go there. I'll paint mine and share it, definitely. The full piece one goes here. You'll paint yours. I don't have mine right now. And then this one will have a little notch taken out of it, and it's gonna just snug around that margarita. Then you're gonna glue it in place. Whoopsie. Please glue it in place. And then highlighting. You're gonna do a couple dots. You can use a toothpick. You can use a daughter. You know, the little daughters. They look like a paintbrush, but they've got the dots on the end. And I have them, I just don't have them out. I don't use them very often. A skinny paintbrush, do some highlights. For example, like this taco. I like to use a different type of paint for this. This needs a little highlight right there. can't say I did that good. I like to use fluid acrylic because it totally flows. Hello, hence the name. Couple dots. And then let me just pull out the fluid acrylic. Yes, I have not gotten ready for the day. The fluid acrylic has more pigment in it, so when you water it down, it still looks good. I'm gonna hold mine together. Whoop. And it flows so much better. Dot, dot. Okay, maybe a couple dots. I don't normally like to use a paintbrush for the dots, but here I am, killing it. The hat needs a little bit of adornment. Just pull out these curves, pop in some dots. Oh, it's gonna be fat. Don't press hard. Okay. And you're just gonna keep going until you're really, really happy. The maracas could use a little love. Boom, boom, boom. Oop, that's a really big one. And put a little bit of this on either side. Hand's a little shaky today. I don't know if I love that one. That's okay. We can just wipe it off probably. And then cover it up. Can't remember. Boop, boop. Okay, you're just gonna play with that. It's gonna slide into your truck insert or your, don't use glue dots. Don't do this. I put a lot of glue dots on here and I'm gonna have to paint a new one. I would recommend you use the strike pads or whatever they're called and the magnets, strike plates and magnets. Anyway, that will slide down. I don't want to do that because mine's still drying. You're gonna have a tailgate and a license plate. You don't have to be here for all of this. I don't have to be here for all of this. And all you do, because there's a lot of letters here, I would definitely use tape. Tape it up. And I do love the etching on all the letters. It's very Inca or Mayan. Like, it looks like a dead language for sure, but very artistic and I love it. So I just want to show you how to paint those and not really lose the etching. Now I know I have dedicated videos on our YouTube channel, but so you don't have to go look. I just want to show you those. They're very fun, aren't they? Okay, here's what you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to take your sponge, get it damp, squeeze out the extra paint. This is an O. I wanted red. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do the C. You're gonna come in here with barely any paint, but it is watered down, squeezed out, and you're going to just sponge the top. You can do rinse and repeat, okay? But if you paint this in, you're gonna lose your detail. Don't lose your detail, people. Boom, boom, boom. So I have a sponge, I have it damp. I'm gonna go in, I'll just go in with, so I take most of it off, get most of that off. I'm gonna go in. So these are etched. I'm seeing on mine, at least, there's some extra chart. I could have wiped that out with a wet wipe, but I think it adds a little bit of extra, a little extra something. Makes it look a little antique-y. So this one was already, had a wet paint on it, so I'm just sponging it. Keeping those details, guys, it's super important. Going back to the, maybe I'll just do red. I mean, I'm basically staining the surface. That's it. And heck am I doing? Maybe a yellow? Orange. Let's do orange. Damp. So some of the colors are wimpy. You'll probably have to do them twice. The orange is the first one that comes to mind. Here we go. So I'm going to paint my backer board turquoise, put that on there, paint my letters, paint my ribbon, glue them together. Super easy. The tailgate, the license plate, I'm just going to take everything off, paint the backer board green, paint my letters turquoise, and the ribbon I'll probably do the red or whatever. I just want to point out the TH does not have 3D letters, so you don't want to fill those in. So when I come in with the green, I'm going to go light, I'm going to sponge it, but if I do, I'll just take my detail brush and paint them in. This would be a great time to pull out the fluid acrylic paint, probably in black or brown, because you just need a tiny little bit. One coat will cover, and then you don't have to deal with like painting over the same spot over and over again. Because, you know, what fun is that? Let me see. Okay, so basically, where's my taco? Where's my taco truck? Okay. I hate to show you this on the taco truck. I can show you on the breadboard. I have the breadboard. Because I have those blue dots, and I thought, oh, if one is fine, I should put a whole bunch in. And yeah, so I need a new truck. I know it's not selling it. I need to paint a new truck. I love my tacos. That cornmeal look came out fantastic. Whoop. Okay, came out really good. If I must say so myself. Okay, Bunny's out of here. We're all about the tacos now. We have a new display too. I just haven't got around to it. For those that don't like the truck or the breadboard, it's pretty cute. It's pretty farmhousey looking. Okay, so that'll just go there. I'll just use my finger and pop out this one. Remember, mine's not completely painted. And with the breadboard, there's not a designated place for the license plate, but a lot of people just put them around in their decorating motif. So I didn't get a really good decorating gene, but I can decorate small spaces, and that's why I love these interchangeables. So I'm thinking, John also gave me the Mother's Day one. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm going, dang. There's a lot of pieces in that too. So there may be another video, maybe tomorrow, about that one, just because I like you all to have a little heads up or a guide if you need it. So hopefully you liked this. I'm gonna go wake the baby. Have a good weekend, and you may see me tomorrow. Bye guys. Maybe.